Uh, चलना वापी हाल शराबी धुत नशे में चूर चूर यूं ही होठ से लग जा कट से पी लो हाँ. I sang more than 2 lines, I guess.
Okay, now I am your fan. Off camera, I'm totally stealing your photographs. So yeah, that's just off camera.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, I'm a Bengali, but no, we don't all always just listen to Rabindra Sangeet.
Yes, I'm a Bengali, and no, I'm not a communist.
Yes, I'm a Bengali, but मुझे voodoo doll बनाना नहीं आता. अगर आता होता, we'd not be having this conversation.
Yes, I'm a Bengali, and for the last time, it's Rasgulla and it's not Rasgulla.
Yes, I'm Bengali, but all our names don't have the sh sound in them. Hi, Devanisha.
Hi, Rishita.
Hello and welcome back to another exciting episode of Smash. Today we have with us Ms. Debanisha Banerjee, an aspiring actor and an established connoisseur of the arts. Having been brought up in the quaint town of Purulia, she incredibly cherishes the impact that her culture has had on her. To speak of the wonderful projects that she's been a part of, be it the several ads that she's done or the short films that she's been a part of, or in fact, a wonderful theatrical performance that she's led, in fact, Monsoon Wedding, the musical, directed by Meera Nair and the musical director being the well-renowned Vishal Bharadwaj. Our Bengali beauty's talents are absolutely limitless because she also showcases her talent in voice acting, in singing, having dubbed several projects, various important projects like Sex Education and Daily Dose of Sunshine. So Devanisha, hello again. So since you hail from West Bengal, a place that is known for its culture, its art, how exactly, since you are also a part of the theatre industry, the acting industry, so does your inspiration for the same come from the environment that you were brought up in?
Absolutely. I can tell you that since childhood, you must also be knowing this ki your parents do push you to pursue dance or singing or some like extracurricular activities. And then it stays with you in a way. Like I've been in the performing arts since I guess I was 4 or 5 years old. I started learning Kathak when I was 4 or 5, and then it just stayed. And later on I realized that I guess this is what I want to do. So really, your environment plays a big role, and I'm really glad that my family was so supportive and they always pushed me to do what I like to do. And yeah.
So growing up, did you also have to hear about Satyajit Ray constantly, or about Rabindranath Tagore and the various books that he's written?
Absolutely, absolutely. I read them. I used to recite poetry as well at some point in my life. So I've read them all. I think मेरे घर का culture भी काफ़ी वैसा है यार. मेरी मम्मी भी गाना गाती है. My dad was a teacher of English, so literature and all of it has always been a part of my family.
That's absolutely amazing, and it's amazing to hear a fellow Bengali share her experiences. So also you now you're a part of the industry, right? So how has your experience in the industry been so far?
It's been fun. Ups and downs जो होते हैं, especially the freelance life ना, the lifestyle was something which was a little jarring in the beginning because I guess we have always been in the habit of having a schedule, 9 to 5, college है, school है, कुछ तो है. But then suddenly you are on your own and there is nobody else who's going to decide a schedule for you. You have to do it for yourself on the days that you don't have work. And mostly on an average, maybe you have work for a week or 2 weeks, a month, then what do you do with the rest of your days, Right. So that's something that was a little hard to figure out, but otherwise it's fun. It's really fun. There's so much to explore because कोई certainty नहीं है कि मुझे कल 9 बजे यहाँ जाना है या परसों वहाँ जाना है. Probably I can do anything. I can do anything and everything. I learn languages from YouTube, so I get to do a lot. I get time for myself.
So your list of talents is absolutely endless, right? The introduction in that sense was absolutely apt. मतलब क्या नहीं करती हैं आप should be our question.
But I think, actors do have to be a jack of all, of all the trades, right? I guess because आपको कहीं पे भी कुछ भी play करना हो सकता है तो आप क्या करोगे? So you need to know a lot of things is what I feel.
Also, you're an alma mater of Whistling Woods, right? One of the most premium acting institutes out there. So, how has your training there that you received for theatre, right? How did that help you in your acting career?
Okay, Whistling Woods is a film school, but we did have a lot of theatre performances as a part of our curriculum. COVID was actually a blessing to my batch because what happened was we got a lot of time and we could actually put up a lot of stage performances. Whistling Woods was great. I think mostly everything that I know about acting, actually my interests in acting changed after I came here and I did the course. मेरे दिमाग में the perception of the industry was exactly what you would see in the news or paparazzi or Instagram, but there is so much more to this art form, you know. That happened through Whistling Woods. I think I got introduced to world cinema, and I just fell in love with the craft and what it's like, absolutely like what it talks about, what exactly this field is, this profession is. अगर Whistling Woods नहीं होता तो शायद मैं इतनी क्लियर नहीं होती, शायद मैं ये इंसान ही नहीं होती जो मैं आज हूँ. I think everybody should once do an acting workshop in life. By the way, it's really eye-opening. So yeah, Whistling Woods has been a blessing. I keep going back. I just did a play with them. I was the associate director for it. So yeah, I would still work with them, and everybody is lovely. It's like a chota parivar that I have in Mumbai.
Also, like, what was your first acting project? Like, after having graduated from Whistling Woods, what was the first project you were a part of?
I did an ad for Amazon, but if you ask me, acting gig, that was this musical Monsoon Wedding that you just mentioned in the intro. That was the proper first acting gig that I did.
Can you share something about that experience? How was it? I mean, Meera Nair, that's huge.
That's huge. I know. It was hectic and wonderful at the same time. I didn't know that putting up a theatre performance could it could require so much of your self, even technically, not only emotionally or character wise, whatever, but it was a full process. And the fact that I got to work with Meera and like amazing actors we had, Vishal ji came a few times because he's the music director. बहुत अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस था यार. और हम दोहा में कतर में रह रहे थे 1 महीना बिकॉज फीफा का ये एक पार्ट था. फीफा के जो कल्चरल इवेंट्स होते हैं, was one of those. So it was like a once in a lifetime experience, I guess.
You don't have to guess. We can all assure you that is the dream of several others that you're living at the moment. Also, now the next question, it's a little bit dicey, a little bit tricky, and we respect your choices entirely. Sure. So you can choose to answer the question, you can choose to dodge it as well. It's totally alright. Okay, so here goes. How extensive exactly is the reach of the whole casting couch scenario that's spoken of a lot about in the industry?
Okay. I think there are good people and bad people in every industry.
Right.
This gets really more highlighted in my industry because we are directly associated with media, and you know, people are always, I am right now doing this interview with you, this podcast with you, right? So because we are all like out there, तो ये जो गंदा साइड है वो भी ज़्यादा इसके बारे में बातचीत होती है. Definitely it exists. I have had some experiences myself, but I guess हाँ यार है, you need to know how to dodge it. At the same time, I have received really like a lot of support from other casting directors. So you know, we have these WhatsApp groups जहाँ पे casting calls वगैरह forward होते हैं. Nowadays especially, if hypothetically I'm a casting director and I get to know that there is another person who's being a little shady or probably this is not like unethical or whatever, I would actually make you aware that this is a person that you should not be working with. This is not a legit person. Don't go and work with them. That's really good. I didn't know that this kind of support exists in this industry, but it does. And I have gotten calls, I have gotten offers directly, like asking if you do this, then you would be a part of certain projects. You just say no. You just dodge it. It's not like anybody's going to force you into it. This has been my experience completely, like solely. Of course, not the best feeling in the world, but again, you have to balance. There is good, then there is bad.
Thank you for being so candid about it. Actually, you know, we have, you know, such big names as a matter of fact, obviously not naming names, but there are several big names who completely deny the existence of a casting couch, which is very naive because really nobody is that much of a fool, right?
but can I tell you something? It can be the fact I have my friends जिनके साथ ऐसा कभी कुछ हुआ ही नहीं है, तो it depends, like touch wood, they're lucky कि उनको ये चीज़ें नहीं they never had to deal with anything like this, but I have had to deal with something, and if anybody is watching this and maybe if it helps, then why wouldn't I share that?
Thank you, Devanisha. That's truly empowering, because I genuinely believe, we at Smash truly believe that nothing can be more empowering than the truth, and you're really an epitome of that at the moment for us. Also, so ये सारी बातें तो हो गई. So Devanisha, you're a Banerjee, so you're a Bengali. जैसे हमने स्टार्टिंग भी उससे की थी, तो हाँ, कितने सारे काला जादू जोक्स सुनने को मिले आपको अभी तक?
रोज मतलब मैं आई थिंक आई कैन मेंटेन अ डायरी नाउ कि आज मुझे किसी ने ब्लैक मैजिक वाला जोक मारा, आज किसी ने बोला कि तुझसे तो मछली वाली स्मेल आ रही है, बट आई नो यार, most of the times I deal with it in a very fun way, but then sometimes I also be like, you wake up next morning and you tell me if the black magic worked. Like, how do you deal with it otherwise? I don't know.
Crazy at this point. Like, it's funny up to a certain point, and after that, like, upgrade your sense of humor, right? Really.
Hypes.
Seriously. Okay, so this is all about like the fun part of it, how we're taking it in the fun sense. But in all honesty, let's acknowledge the fact that there's been a growing sense of animosity towards Bengali women, women in particular, especially after the whole Sushant Singh Rajput, Riya Chakraborty incident, right? So have you ever been on the receiving end of this Bengali hatred per se, and how have you dealt with it?
I have, and I don't think I dealt with it. I mean, there is a very thin line between humor and harassment, I feel, and a lot of times you don't understand if somebody is cracking a joke or they are actually like harassing you in a way. I have taken it jokingly, and then I've realized, oh no, this is not right, what just happened, and I think you just find your way around it, because how much negativity can you take, yaar? It's not only the Bengali thing. I am dark skinned and I am aware that I am not the fairest person in the world, and I have no problems with it.
Yes, because who cares? Color does not define your beauty.
Exactly, but then you get to hear these things on a daily basis. You still do कि नहीं तू तो गोरी है भाई, मेरे पास आंखें हैं.
भाई ये compliment नहीं होता है guys. Seriously, it's not a compliment.
I know my skin color and I'm very comfortable in my own skin. So अगर आपके कुछ इनसिक्योरिटीज है तो वो आप अपने पास रखो ना, मुझ पे मत थोपो. सो या मैन, आई थिंक यू जस्ट हैव टू फाइंड योर वे अराउंड थिंग्स. हाफ ऑफ द टाइम यू डोंट वांट टू बी इन अ पोजीशन वेयर मुझे नहीं पता, मैंने ये बोला तो इसका क्या रेपरकशन होगा, वो बोला तो क्या होगा. यू जस्ट नीड टू protect your energy is what I feel. So I just try to do that.
So now we'll move to the most exciting part of today's episode. We have a special rapid fire segment for you. कोई hamper तो नहीं है end में, but this is just our version.
Okay, lovely. Let's do this.
Alright, so the first question, what is the worst fashion advice you could give somebody?
Worst fashion advice that I can give somebody?
The worst.
Don't be yourself. Wear clothes that you see on like supermodels, I guess.
Perfect. If you changed your first name to something else, which people do a lot in the industry, what would you change your name to?
I don't know. My mom thinks that Ragini is a name that would suit me, but I've been called Debra once, and I think that really like I feel like Debra sometimes, है ना?
Studio vibe.
I think Debra could be.
So Debra, what's the one slang that you use the most?
Slang?
Yeah.
Yes, queen.
Perfect. Describe your ideal soulmate in one word.
Oh God, I don't think I believe in soulmates right now, yaar. Nothing.
Partner, boyfriend, कुछ भी. एक शब्द में.
बातें सुन लो. I mean, understanding. I don't know.
So boys, take note. Be understanding.
Yes, listen to your girlfriends, please.
Oh yes, please. I totally agree with her. Every girl agrees with you. Trust me. What is your go-to? Flip-flops or sneakers?
Sneakers.
Any day. Okay. The first
I'm wearing them now.
Okay. The first thing that comes to your mind when you think about the word brand?
Gucci.
Nice.
I don't have a single anything of Gucci, but I don't know why.
Gucci.
Gucci.
Okay. What do you think is the best period of fashion in history?
I guess the 80s. I really like 80s vibe and style. I sometimes dress like that also. Yeah.
It's very vintage.
Vintage, yeah.
Yeah, so for a photo shoot, vintage aesthetic or modern aesthetic?
Vintage. Always.
Vintage, right?
Vintage.
All right. What is the one word that you can think of when I say Mumbai?
Traffic. I got stuck today also. Saturday, man. But okay, we love Mumbai. It's okay. It's gonna get better.
Yeah, we still love Mumbai. Don't take it the wrong way, audiences, but traffic is something you need to do something about. All right. So, sing 2 lines of the song that comes to your mind when I say now.
Like a song with now.
No. Any song.
Any random song?
Any random song.
Oh God, I can only think of Gulabo from I don't know Shanda.
2 lines. 2 lines.
Oh,
2 lines.
oh.
2 lines.
चलना वापी हाल शराबी धुत नशे में चूर चूर यूं ही होठ से लग जा कट से पी लो हाँ. I sang more than 2 lines, I guess.
Okay, now I am your fan. Off camera, I'm totally stealing your photographs. So yeah, that's just off camera work anyway. Now, last but not the least, in fact, the most important question. One word when I say to you, Smash Podcast.
Love, I guess. You guys are so comfortable and I guess we vibed so much and we just had a chat, man. It didn't feel like we were shooting for anything or doing anything extraordinary other than just vibing.
That's amazing, guys. So thank you for tuning in to this episode of Smash. It was wonderful having Dibanisha over. You're so amazing. You're such an amazing soul. And we wish you all the very best for all your upcoming projects. And yeah, like you said, we stand for love. So a lot of love to you.
Hey, we're just gonna go and sing a Robindra Shangit right now, so.
Yeah, totally, because that's all we do. Bye.
Bye.
I'd like to thank Dibanisha for joining us today for this exciting episode of Smash. Thank you. Also, I'd like to extend my heartfelt thanks to San Pizza, Maximum Goodness, Maximum Delicious since 1986, their constant support and cooperation for today's shoot. Thank you guys. We love you. Keep smashing it.